the treasure of the day. It's a Barber 50-cent piece. It's a $50. This is the obverse. Here is the reverse. A very nice coin. And I've noticed that I see a lot of silver dollars like Morgans and so forth. I don't see a lot of $50 like Barbers. I wonder if it's because people prefer to collect and use dollars as opposed to smaller coins like this. Maybe these are more likely to get melted down than silver dollars. I don't know. But it's a nice coin. It's a nice silver circle. And the movie Silver Circle is coming out this weekend. They have 2 shows in New York City. The people and their volunteers are going to be handing out flyers at a parade. And of course, this movie is about the future where it's a more extreme version of the present. And the rebels have to use, they use silver as money as a way of fighting the powers that be and so forth. So it's kind of like taking a lot of the silver sentiment today from some of these theories and magnifying it for the future. It's an animated movie. So yes, this is shiny. And this segues to my next point about false investment overhang. That's a term that I didn't think of or create, but I've been addressing that without realizing the term for that. So there's this guy who I've been talking to. He comes from academia. He's trying to study commodities, especially the silver market. So he's a German guy. He's in Europe, I think the University of Liverpool. And he said he's been watching the silver channels for several years. So he said like he feels like he knows me because he's seen some of my videos. I get that experience where people who I've never seen them, know nothing about them, they talk to me like they've known me for years. I guess, you know, I'm out there and so forth, out there on YouTube. So I had some good conversations with the guy, and he's trying to figure out like what's going on with silver. You know, he's saying that, you know, a lot of these big institutions, like you know, education, they're kind of on the trailing end of a lot of phenomenon, especially in the marketplace, right? You know, first the commodity boom happens, first the silver boom happens, right? And then they start studying it kind of after the fact. So he's trying to understand what's going on here. I think the people who are like who are the experts in this area are kind of those who are in the market and been studying the market for years. And of course, what happens is they don't write papers, right? The people don't write papers; they make money, or they might write a book or something, and it makes its way to academia later, it seems. But anyways, nice guy. I spoke with him. He's trying to do these surveys, and he says it's hard to do surveys with silver investors. And that makes sense because people buy silver as a private investment, right? They want an investment that's outside of the grid. So if you're doing a survey on silver, your investment, it almost kind of violates the purpose of the silver investment. So I looked at the survey. He's not asking any personal information. And he asked some questions more than once. I guess when you do a scientific survey, you have to verify that people aren't guessing or whatever. So you might ask the same question several times in several different forms. I guess it's a way of doing scientific surveys. But very interesting guy. Talked to the guy, very knowledgeable. He says he's not on YouTube. He's got a wife and 4 kids, and he doesn't want to get attacked or harassed because he's noticed that people on YouTube who say things that might be contrary to silver get attacked. Although, I mean, I understand, like, you know, if people will kind of attack me, I understand that, you know, I'm in the arena, you know, I'm kind of, you know, people, you know, I'm in the arena, I'm in this game, so if they attack me, it's, I guess, a part of the game. Like, if Josh Vandermule does a call-out video, and others will attack him back, you know, he kind of threw out the glove, or throw out the gauntlet, running the glove, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's a part of the, he enters the world, and part of that world is, you know, the conflict. However, it's not cool to go after someone's wife. Like Josh said, his wife freaked out because someone called him at home and threatened his wife and whatever. I mean, that's not honorable. I mean, it's when you know, when there's a duel going on, you don't try and stab the guy's wife. You know, the duels between the two duelists, right? So this guy doesn't want to be on YouTube because he doesn't want to have anything, you know, any part of this kind of out of control conflict. And he was saying that, you know, being on YouTube was a mixture between courage and insanity. And I think that makes sense. You kind of got to be really brave, maybe a little crazy to be on YouTube. You know, I think that's kind of true. Although some people are just insane because they're not really showing us who they are. But of course, there's no obligation. You know, it's you want to create a channel, you can do what you want. I mean, you can choose not to show us who you are. But of course, people who are watching take that into account when they're watching everything. So Yeah, we talk about the false investment overhang. You know, I told them I'm trying to dispel silver myths. I'll give you an example. Say, for example, that someone buys silver at 18 because they think that shiny things are money. So they buy silver at 18. Well, congratulations. They bought silver at 18. That's fantastic. But I don't want to hear about shiny things being money anymore. It's been several years. So I'm trying to dispel that myth. I mean, you got silver at 29. You bought it at 18. That's really cool. Now let's knock off the shiny things are money. The shiny things are our money thing, right? There are real reasons to own silver. There are real reasons to be bullish, right? I personally think that in the next few years, silver's going to hit an all-time high and stay there in the next few years. But before that, we could have a wild roller coaster ride. There could be, I think there's going to be a lot of heartbreak in silver in the next year. There could be a lot of heartbreak. The heartbreak could be that people think it's going to 21 and it never does. Or the heartbreak could be it goes to 21 and people freak out. I don't know what the heartbreak's going to be, but I know there's going to be heartbreak involved. That's what I think from watching a lot of the sentiment channels, because on this false investment overhang, people who buy for the wrong reason often feel deceived and cheated when they figure out that they are lied to or they are misinformed. Now, if someone bought silver at 5 because they thought that silver cures baldness and they're rubbing the silver in their head every day, and they bought it at 5, they're probably not going to care that they bought for the wrong reason at 5. You're like, hey, I was wrong. I thought silver could cure baldness and it can't, but whoa, I have $5 silver, so what? So that is false investment overhang. Although, you notice, I have hair and I have silver. I just rub my hair. You know, these are the correlation things. You know, what's going on here? But anyhow, the problem is people who bought silver and are underwater, or who are close to being underwater. That is the dangerous false investment overhang, because they tend to leave in a panic, very angry. And that's the kind of chart damage we see here, false investment overhang, where there has to be a healing process, right? So I'm trying to encourage the healing process. You know, let's get rid of these things about silver curing baldness and get on to silver, the real fundamentals, right? I mean, I really think that in the next year silver's going to hit 50 and stay there. But and before that happens, a lot can happen, and I think we're going to see a lot of heartbreak before that happens. But I don't know. I mean, you know, Stella Constance is saying he wants to buy silver soon. Other people, you know, Don Harrow, who's supposedly a big silver troll and silver bear, he's saying that, you know, silver's not in a bubble right now and he's looking to buy soon. I don't know. So you're hearing these things, but I don't know where it's going. But yeah, the false investment overhang. And one of these things too is, reason why I have to get rid of this is if you want to attract serious investors, you need to not promote things that are easily disprovable, like an imminent silver shortage. I mean, that will scare away potential investors who know how to do real research, right? Of course, the word research, do your own research, is one of these catchphrases. It's just rhetoric. People who don't do any research will watch someone else's video and say, do your own research and do critical thinking. My critical thinking was I watched someone else's video and I repeated them, and that's my critical thinking. So the whole critical thinking, do your own research, is kind of rhetoric, and I've used that rhetoric before, so maybe I'll stop trying to use it. But really, I think that there are going to be many bullish reasons for silver coming, but you might not see that right away. You might have to wait a while, right? I don't know how long you have to wait, so I just want to say that. So anyhow, thanks for watching, and talk to you later.